President Biden's personal physician says he's on the mend after testing positive for COVID last week. Dr. Kevin O'Connor says that the president is being treated with Paxlovid and his symptoms have diminished considerably. Let's bring in once again ABC's Zohreen Shah for more. So President Biden is keeping pretty busy remotely. In fact, the White House has added a new event to his schedule today, I understand. So what's the latest?
Multiple events for him, Yakira. So the latest is that the vice president and the first lady have both tested negative today. And then since Saturday, there have been 0 positive cases for the 17 people who were in close contact with the president. You mentioned he is giving those virtual remarks today. We'll hear more on his condition as well later on today from Dr. Shah and his press team. But so far, his doctor has said that he is improving significantly. This is day 4 of him being in isolation. He will be back to work on Wednesday, assuming he tests negative. And his doctor also says that he likely has the BA.5 variant. This is the one that, you know, it's so incredibly contagious. About 80% of the cases right now in the United States consist of the BA.5 variant. And then also, this is interesting, just this morning, the other Joe Manchin, tested positive as well. He sent out a tweet. He says that he tested positive for COVID-19. He is fully vaccinated and boosted, and he's experiencing mild symptoms. He says he is isolated. He's following the guidelines, and he's working remotely for the people of West Virginia.
All right, as we talk about COVID, hopefully we'll be talking about the economy today as well when we hear from the president. The Fed is expected to raise interest rates again in an effort to fight inflation. What can we expect, and how could this affect all of our bank accounts at this point?
You know, it certainly could. Families have already had to stretch because of inflation. And so if the Fed raises that rate, you could see things like car loans, home loans, debt payments, business loans, all potentially go up. You know, as you mentioned, the Fed is preparing for another rate hike, possibly 0.75% to fight inflation. They've already raised that rate 3 times this year. The biggest way that Americans could potentially get hit by this is that credit card debt. That is the most expensive. The average rate is 17%, and so that will likely go higher if they raise that rate. And the key thing is just to start budgeting, to start paying off that debt, which hopefully more Americans will start doing.
Always makes life easier when we can pay off our debts, that's for sure. All right, it's been a month now since Roe versus Wade was overturned. Many changes state by state since then.
A lot of changes. I mean, you have states like Colorado, New Mexico that are seeing this massive influx in patients because Roe was reversed about a month ago. Now, about 9% of people who were getting abortions were already going out of state before Roe was reversed, according to the Guttmacher Institute. So you can imagine those numbers are significantly going up. And there are states that are saying that they are seeing numbers that they have never seen before. In Colorado, they're saying that the wait times are up to 1 month in some clinics, that women are having to travel incredibly far. Sometimes not even just the neighboring state. They're traveling far, farther than that. They've been inundated with phone calls. They've had to turn away some women. And then you've also seen some clinics relocate. Perhaps the most notable one is that clinic in Mississippi. It was the only one in the entire state. They are moving to New Mexico. Kira.
I have done a lot of stories on that center. Zohreen, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.